Hey, what's going on?
Hey,
What are you doing?
getting hungry.
Getting hungry.
Yeah.
Just pop that IV in.
I need
It'll
my milk and cookies.
it'll be less for your nurse to deal with.
Inga, my Norwegian nurse.
Ah, you wish.
Mm.
You didn't do good enough in life to afford a Norwegian nurse.
I didn't make enough money. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember those Scandinavian women. You remember the Olga and Inga and all those Scandinavian people in the 70s and 80s. Remember the Doublemint twins?
Yeah,
Remember the
big
Doublemint twins?
titties.
Yeah. And
There were a lot of
everybody
Doublemint twins.
had a Scandinavian stewardess in the TV shows. They were all going out with a blonde stewardess.
Yeah, those were the good old days when
Yeah,
commercials were fun.
yeah,
Commercials aren't fun anymore.
yeah.
Now they're all interracial and very, very gay.
No.
Yeah, commercials are not entertaining anymore.
Yeah.
You know,
And everything is.
a commercial had to be politically incorrect to be good.
Commercials were funny. They got your attention. They made you laugh back then. Remember the
Right.
old woman? Where's the beef? Where's the beef?
Where's the beef, huh?
It's such a nice hamburger. It's a beautiful hamburger. Where's the beef?
It's been so long.
Remember let's give it to Mikey. Oh, he won't eat it. No, I don't want to eat it. Let's give it to Mikey.
Yeah, let's go back to that. Let's see.
Remember the FedEx commercials with the guy who talked 1,000,000 miles an hour? I went to Charles Park.
Yeah, that guy was funny. That guy was really funny.
Or the burger commercials. Please step aside. Please step aside. But I want my hamburger. Please step aside.
Here, let's check one out.
Oh yeah, that one.
It certainly is a big bun.
It's a very big bun.
Big fluffy bun.
It's a very big fluffy bun.
Where's the beef?
Some hamburger places give you a lot less beef on a lot of bun.
Where's the beef?
At Wendy's, we serve a hamburger we modestly call a single. And Wendy's single has more beef than the Whopper or Big Mac. At Wendy's, you get more beef and less bun.
Hey, where's the beef? I don't think there's anybody back there.
You want something better. You're Wendy's kind of people.
Ah, man.
Those were commercials. I can't believe I ate the whole thing.
What was that?
Got a pizza and a burger. I can't believe I ate the whole thing.
Oh man, yeah, I do remember that one. This one right here was I remember when I was a kid, man. And I mean, look at this. They're having a good time. This is a coffee commercial.
The caffeine. Look. Brim decaffeinated coffee.
Remember the Colgate commercial where the son comes home for Christmas and the mother starts crying? You know,
Yeah.
a nice wholesome family, mother's
the rim with a hearty
theme.
taste of dark roast from
You don't
Rim.
get those
Also
anymore. It's
regular
all
roast.
about how gay can you be and how interracial can you get.
First solo flight.
I mean, look at these people, our adventure couple,
Jesus Christ, where did that go? A married couple?
and they're white.
Married couple. Oh my
But
God.
look, they're drinking decaf, and they're
Decaf.
flying.
Decaf. Oh my God.
Dude, you're
Look at
Nobody
them.
knows about
with the
decaf.
richness of Brim.
what young person knows about decaf? It's about latte and cappuccino, can you the frappuccino, blah blah blah. That's what they know today.
Yeah.
If you gave them a packet of coffee crystals, they wouldn't know what it was. They think it was drugs. Coffees and crystals? You can make coffee.
Check this out. This is one of my favorites. That's you.
In his own house,
Like, remember when he'd open the can of coffee and you would hear that? Look at that.
The whole family, the whole generational family. Look at that, the generational family, the grandfather with the grandkids and the mother and the father. The whole nucleus of a whole family living together. There's hard work to be done. There's a
American.
There's a God. Well, that's what corporations used to do. They used to reinforce the American way of life, the American family way of life. That's what they used to do. Look at them now. Destroy the country. Get on the fucking country.
You're all hopped up.
Well,
calm down, Edgar. Hey,
because
calm
you
down.
and I lived through the destruction of the country in real time. We knew what it was
call
like.
Somebody.
These young kids, we don't know what it was like. They've been taught all this crap to burn stuff down, to hate this, to hate America, to hate American people and what we've done, our accomplishments, to destroy the family. You and I knew how good it was.
Oh man, growing up in the 1980s, living in Southern California, we are so lucky. We had cable television. We may not have had the internet, but we had cable television. So, you had television that was like, remember Wednesday nights, you had Cheers, Night Court, and NBC was competing with ABC, who was competing with CBS, and then you had Fox and channel, what was KCET and all the little ones, and it was just a fun time to grow up, man. You had Thursday night was a big hit night for NBC. They had like the Cosby Show. It was, and then you had these commercials, so you felt American, you felt included, you felt good about yourself. Remember, didn't they even have cigarette commercials still in the 80s?
Cigarette commercials on television were banned, I think, in the 60s or the 70s.
Let's see.
Yeah, the cigarette commercials were taken off the air back in the 60s and the 70s. But you did see cigarette ads on the street.
Oh, well, wait a minute. Hold on. Here's a cigarette commercial from the 90s. Let me show you. This right here is a cigarette commercial from the 90s. At least that's what the title says. Look at him. He's an adventure guy.
Oh, yeah. The Marlboro Man. Remember the Marlboro Man, the rugged Western guy? And yeah, it was all about being rugged and it was all about being rugged and athletic. You're like, yeah, right, cigarettes are going to make you rugged and athletic. They're going to kill your cancer. But that's how it was marketed.
Oh, shit.
Back when men were men. Look at that guy. He's a man's man. Look at him. Out there with the fucking savages. And he's got no fear. He's got no fear. You take one of these young punks today and put him in the jungle, he will run to mama.
Yeah, so that said, So that said, look, it says Camel Cigarettes Jungle commercial 1991. Maybe that was in Europe?
Maybe
Yeah, I don't
that was a
know.
European commercial, because I know
Yeah.
that cigarette commercials. Or
They
no,
were
no,
banned.
it was alcohol. No, it was something was banned in the 60s, either cigarettes or alcohol.
Look at this one.
But I remember the Marlboro Man.
Come to where the
Look
flavor
at him.
is. Come
He
to
died of lung cancer.
Marlboro country.
That guy, because he was smoked too much.
Oh, that was it. He died. He
Cigarettes kill
died,
you,
right?
man. Cigarettes kill you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I feel bad, you know. I mean, like, I'm a big Van Halen fan, and I'm always watching like concert footage. And Eddie Van Halen always had a cigarette dangling from that guitar. Every interview, he would. What?
I used to work. You don't remember those cigarette-filled clubs? You walked in there and everybody was
I
dying.
absolutely do.
You do?
I absolutely do.
Yeah.
Well, remember Denny's? You know, smoking or non-smoking? Yeah.
Did you ever take an airline flight with smokers?
And that I never did. That I never did.
Yeah, you could smoke on a plane.
That I never did. And it's like, come on, motherfuckers. You can't wait 2-3 hours.
You could smoke everywhere, Arthur. Everywhere. It was very common.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember if you had to pass through the smoking section to get into a bathroom at a restaurant, it was like, oh my God. Yeah.
And then they divided it by smoking and non-smoking. Before it used to not be like that. Then it was divided into smoking and
that's
non-smoking.
way before.
It was just a total ban.
Yeah, that's way before my time.
I used to work in smoke-filled rooms. I mean, you couldn't.
Well, the clubs were the clubs were full of smoke all the way to the late 90s. Yeah. I mean, that wasn't anything from a long time ago. Like you went to a rock club, you could smoke cigarettes in there. Yeah, I don't care. You know, I could have cared less. You know.
I've inhaled so much smoke, so much secondhand smoke.
You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
But people are so like, oh my God, you're giving me cancer. Get out of here. You know, if you're fucking putting the cigarette to your lips and fucking filling your lungs with cigarette smoke, yeah, you're gonna eventually get sick and die. But the secondhand bullshit I never bought.
Mm. Well, remember when they were trying to make secondhand smoking illegal in apartment buildings? You couldn't smoke.
Well, they did.
Because the secondhand smoke went to your neighbor.
Did you know? Isn't that still a law? Like no smoking in this building?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Secondhand smoke is illegal in apartment buildings.
Well, I remember being flabbergasted when cigarette smoke was banned, like outside. It's like, well, wait a minute. You don't let. Yeah, right. Like I think you got to be 20 feet away from a park or 20 feet away from a school.
You can't smoke at the beach in California.
Right. You can't smoke at the fucking beach. Get the fuck out of here. But I'll tell you what, I'll go to the Venice Boardwalk and I'm walking through a cloud of weed smoke.
Oh yeah,
that's okay, I guess.
That you can do over there in California. Yeah, you can do drugs. All the drugs you want. They'll give them to you.
Since weed has been legalized, man, it seems like every 80 feet I walk through a cloud of weed smoke. And I used to love weed.
There's a cannabis shop selling it to you.
Yeah, I used to love smoking weed. I smoked weed for like 30 years, and one day I just stopped. And I always loved the smell, that skunky smell, and now I hate it. It's like, I don't know, I guess I got old.
Mm-hmm. You got old and you wised up. That's what you did, you wised up. Yeah.
You just get too much shit going on, man. Multiple properties, full-time job, taking care of a senior citizen like yourself. You know.
Taking care of old people is hard. Very hard.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom is 86 years old, and I somehow lucked out and avoided having to take care of her.
Oh, taking care of aging parents is very difficult. Very, very difficult. It's very time
Yeah, she's old
consuming,
too.
very exasperating, very stressful.
Calling her, calling her is like pulling teeth. You know, I don't want to be a bad son, but calling her is just like it's a
Nicole,
nightmare.
how come I can't
Yes,
see you?
yes, I call her. First of all, she won't pick up. Okay, but let's say she does pick up. Let's say she does pick up.
Good God.
Mijo. Hey, mom, how are you? Mijo. Mom,
Where are
I don't
you?
hear him. ¿No sabes? ¿Por qué? Mom. Mijo. I'm like, fuck, man. I'm like, Mom, I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? 28 seconds, long seconds go by. Yes, I hear you. Oh my God.
Well, why do
How
you
you
think?
doing?
Why do you think everybody takes advantage of old people? Old people get scammed out of their money every day. You
How are
know?
you doing? Oh, I'm good. How are you doing? Do you have a girlfriend yet? You know, you shouldn't be alone. It's not natural to be alone. Your dad wanted you to have a good life.
God
I'm
rest his
so
soul.
I'm so sorry he died of brain cancer and suffered slowly and withered away and had to shit in a diaper.
Oh my
And I'm
God.
so sorry that you had to watch him have seizures and had to deal with a drug addict mother.
How
Mijo,
are you?
how
How
are
are you,
you?
by the way?
Oh my God.
Well,
And
that's
you
what
know, she
happens
doesn't
when you
hear
get old. The
and she
regret.
doesn't hear it and she doesn't hear a thing I say.
Yeah.
I'm good, Mom. How are you doing? Everything good? I I and then she'll just start talking about something entirely off the wall, you know?
Yeah. Oh, it's very common, the regrets as old people. I've seen it countless times in my old relatives and even my brother. Oh, I should have done this. I could have done that. My life should have been this.
Oh,
It should have
that.
been that. It's
Hey, Mom,
constant with old people.
how are the AA meetings? Oh, I wish I had been a better mother to you.
There you
I
go.
wish. I wish. I'm so sorry my boyfriend beat the crap out of you.
25 years ago.
I should have left him when you told me what had happened. Oh my God. Yeah, it's and I'm going to be careful with my words, but it's like pleasuring myself with a cheese grater talking to my mom. It's really bad. But she's not going to
what
be
happens
around
when you get
forever.
old. You look back on your life and the woulda, shoulda, couldas come up, and I should have done this, and you did this to me, and it's all about reliving the past before you die, and a lot of old people don't make peace. My father never made peace. I don't think, no, my uncle never made peace, and you die with all these regrets and bitterness and anger of your life and how it turned out, and you die a bitter old man. Make peace. Just make peace. Let it go. But nobody understands that. It's hard to do. It's very hard to do. To just say it was what it was, and I'm gone.
Yeah.
I should have turned left. I should have turned right. I should have married that woman and not this woman. I should have. It's too bad. It's too late. It's over. Just let it go. A lot of old people, let it go.
I like the Arabs. They're like, well, fuck it. I'm dead, and if I go out a certain way, I'll have 20 virgins, and I'll live in paradise.
Yeah, no, those Arabs are bad news. You don't want to be around that.
They're bad shit crazy.
Bad shit loonies.
Yeah.
Those Muslims. You know.
Hey, did you hear about the Jewish couple that were assassinated the other night?
One of how many Jews in my lifetime and your lifetime have been killed that we've seen on the TV since I've been seeing this since the 60s. Jews get killed
right,
by Muslims.
Right. You know, when I saw the guy get apprehended and he starts screaming that stupid free fat Palestine, I wanted to puke, man.
Well,
I just wanted to puke.
What did they think was going to happen? The college professors, the institutions. What did they think was eventually the natural conclusion of their teachings? The universities are
I'm going to tell you.
Youth.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you what they thought would be the natural conclusion. They thought that if they do this, the Jews would be murdered. They knew exactly what they were doing.
They were planning on.
Yeah, they knew exactly.
To be a Jew hater, he's a Jew killer. What do you expect? Yeah. What are they called? Social justice warriors, not social justice advocate or social justice social worker. You're a warrior in a war.
And you know what's disgusting? The guy walks up to this beautiful couple. I mean, look at her. She's gorgeous. And he's a great look. They're about to get married. He's a great looking, strapping young man.
And
the guy walks up to them, shoots them both. And as she's crawling away, she's trying to crawl away, and he pops her dead.
Arthur, the universities are the new Hitler youth camps. And big shock and surprise when a U.S. Army guy had to shoot a 14-year-old German boy in the head and kill him. That's what he was taught from birth, to be a warrior for the hero. What do you think is going to happen? It's a miracle this hasn't happened before. All these people, they dress in black with the masks. They make the shields out of tin cans. They go to war with a baseball bat. They look at Andy No. Look at all the times they have beat him up. But they're social justice warriors. They're warriors. You got to go kill the enemy. What did they expect?
Well, what pisses me off is when we fight back, we end up in jail. You know, because these people are weak. They're a bunch of fucking soy people. And then when we punch back, we go to prison.
Well, this social justice warrior shot 2 unarmed civilians.
Just minding their own business.
Go to Ukraine. Go to Ukraine and fight in a real war. See how long he's lasting. These guys are cowards. Like you said, they're freaking cowards. Remember that guy in Portland or Seattle?
Officer Tatum?
That guy in the back of the head during the riot?
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Some guy just went and shot another guy in the back of the head. A social justice.
I don't remember that. Well, now Harvard's freaking out because Trump is revoking their tax exempt status, and God bless them for doing it. Because they're, like you said, they're Hitler youth camps.
I don't give a crap what the United States Supreme Court has said. The United States government is not obligated to participate in its own destruction. We're not. I don't give a crap what the hell the U.S. Supreme Court tells me to burn my country down. I am not going to participate in my own suicide. I don't give a crap what the hell you say. So yes, Harvard, Yale, all those universities, what do they preach? Burn America down to the ground. Wait a minute, hey, and I'm going to give you tax money, and I'm going to give you the accreditation, and I'm going to give you the funding. Screw you! You're not.
What was it
be on
that
American
Andrew
soil
Jackson?
telling my kids that crap.
What was it that Andrew Jackson said? They have made their decision. Now, let them enforce it.
Yeah, when he did the Trail of Tears.
Yeah.
Andrew Jackson ignored the Supreme Court. He wanted to remove the Indians from Oklahoma territory and put them on reservations. And so the Indians sued. And they took it all the way to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court said, yes, leave them there. And Andrew Jackson said, I don't think so. I don't think so. They're going to China. I'm going to move them to China. And he did. And the Supreme Court said, screw the goddamn Supreme Court.
Yeah, fuck them.
Not supposed to.
Fuck them. Fuck them.
Look at all these judges today, telling the State Department and the president who to talk to and what to negotiate and who to send what to who and who to. And you got to bring telling the president of El Salvador what to do with an El Salvadoran citizen. These guys are nuts. I've never seen people that want to be ruler of the world so badly. Want to be president.
Well, they got used to that. 4 years was really good for them, wasn't it?
No, Arthur, this has been going on for the past 60 years. The court has just gotten too big, too out of control. It's become a legislative body instead of an interpretive body. What it says,
I got you on that.
You know,
I got you on that. But the 4 years we endured with Biden, those border gates were wide open. You had people cry. You had Afghanis falling from the sky. I'll never forget that Afghan girl. Please take me. The Taliban is going to kill me. And they did. They probably did God knows what to that poor girl. I mean, that 4 years, I kept telling myself Trump will be back because, you know Trump, he's gonna run again. His ego wouldn't allow him not to run again. And these people are doing such a miserable job. He's gonna win. You got to give them what they want. Give them what they want, and then things will get fixed. So they got what they wanted. And we got murdered. We got, the economy went to shit. And we became a laughing stock. That was the worst 4 years. My business went in the toilet. I'm still trying to crawl out of the toilet. And I'm not even sure if I'm going to recover. I might have to sell my business.
Well, Arthur, like you said, give the people what they wanted. People wanted that. As insane as it may be, as counterintuitive as it may seem to you and me, that's what people want. They want to destroy themselves. I've seen it all my life, and I've never understood it. People, what I finally figured it out, from my perspective, is that the Democrat and the Democratic Party are people that are attracted to the Democratic Party are people that hate themselves. They have low self-esteem. They hate themselves. They want to kill themselves because only a person who has a low self-esteem will live in filth. And California is a filthy place. It's littered with filth everywhere. Literally feces and drug use. That's a person who hates himself, who votes for that,
right,
who likes to live like that. You have no self-esteem. You think you're bad and you want to be punished. That's the Democratic voter. Destroy me. Hurt me. because I'm a loathsome character. That's who. Look at the conservatives. No way. Let's build something. Let's do something brave and courageous and fundamental, good for the good of society. Let's build you up. That's the conservative. And the Democrats want to live in filth. It's two mentalities that are just boom. Two.
Yeah, it's like oil and water.
Yeah.
It's like oil and water.
You look at a soy boy, and it's right. They have no confidence. They have no authority. They know they're weak, and they hate it. You look at a conservative;
Right.
He's not playing football. He's out catching the girl. You know,
Right.
He's like, hey, let's go. They're two different personalities.
Yeah, people are just brainwashed, man. They're just fucking brainwashed. My sister is so brainwashed. You look at all these celebrities, I saw the Go-Go's, and they're just a bunch of old ladies now. They have a residency in Las Vegas, and one of them has a sticker on their guitar that says F Trump. It's like, you got Pete Townsend, and he was commenting on Bruce Springsteen, and he's like, I think the bloke is a bit overrated. I'm not sure why he brought politics into his show. And he's right. I don't care what you think. Just shut up and dance. I paid good money to watch you fucking perform, and now you're lecturing me on politics.
I have never heard Pete Townsend, Roger Daltrey ever talk about politics, ever insult me, ever look down on me. Paul McCartney. Even though Paul McCartney has got his causes, he's a vegetarian, he's animal rights, he's anti-gun.
Yeah.
Those are his personal beliefs, and I give him that as a person. But he's never said, if you own a gun, don't come to my concert. If you voted for this guy, don't buy my tickets. I don't want to see you. He's never, ever pushed his views on me, and I respect him for that. And that's how it used to be until, when did it start? It started to change with the Beatles and the Vietnam War. When all the press, remember when the press was hounding them? What do you think of the war? What do you think of the war? Well, we're here to do a show at Shea Stadium. They didn't know how to get around it.
Well, John Lennon fell into that trap.
Oh, well, he hooked up with that witch Yoko Ono.
Can you imagine if John Lennon were still alive?
I hate
he would have purple hair. And John Lennon was like,
he would be another Bruce Springsteen.
Oh my God. He'd be, him and Yoko Ono would just be these two elderly people in a bed in a hotel somewhere.
Yeah, naked.
Naked with signs.
Yeah. Peace, love. Let's just oh, good God. It's
stop Trump. Trump is evil.
Stop Trump. Yeah. Well, you got to stop Trump. He's an orange man bad.
He's an orange man bad. He's bad. Oh, man.
Yeah, I would hate him. I'm glad.
But that sounds so bizarre because it's so bizarre because, like, to me, John Lennon is the definition of magic.
Yeah.
Magic.
Yeah,
I read the news today, oh boy. The White Album.
Oh, yeah.
The White Album, shit. The White Album. I've got the 2 CDs and I have them on the wall. To me, the White Albums, I hate to say it, like Charlie Manson, they're like the Bible.
Mm-hmm. Well, just look at the direction after this on their solo careers. Paul McCartney went for the pop, and John Lennon went into this insufferable, moaning, death nail, injured inner child crap. What the? I mean, they were
Well,
good
wait a minute.
songs, but they're
Yeah.
hard to listen to now. Madam, you had me, but I never. Oh, good God!
Nah, man.
You know,
I gotta disagree, man. John Lennon's solo stuff was amazing.
it's a hard listen lyrically.
I have no. I love Mother.
You have to be in the. I have to be in the mood to listen to solo Lennon because those songs are torturous. They're beautiful melodies, beautiful structure, but lyrically, you get into the soul of it, and it's like
They just bum you out.
interesting. let me go here.
They just bum you out.
I have to be in the mood. I have to be in that mood to listen to it. It's not something I'm going to go to immediately. I'll go to Band on the Run, Live and Let Die.
You know, yeah, I mean, because Paul McCartney is just fun.
Yeah.
Do 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 jet. You know, they're just fun. Yeah. Yeah, beautiful song. Oh, the keyboards.
I saw him live after the breakup. I was 13.
We saw them live in 2005 in Las Vegas, and watching him do Helter Skelter.
Oh yeah.
He was in his 60s then. How old is he now? 100 something?
He's like 84, 85, something like that.
Fuck, man. We saw him when he was 64. Because I remember they were really playing on that, when I'm 64, Paul is 64, and he's still touring. Mm-hmm. But man, I saw him do Helter Skelter, and that's the coolest thing, the Beatles, they're these 4 guys from England. And when you hear them do Helter Skelter, they're just so heavy metal, Well,
that was his response to The Who. He said, my God, The Who are just so rock and roll out there.
Yeah.
I got to answer that. And so he just came up with Helter Skelter.
Oh, that guitar part when it starts. Ding, 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 ding. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
When I get to the bottom, I go back to the top of the slide. Oh, my God. And I get it again. Yep. Yeah. Oh, my God. That's probably my favorite song in the whole world is Helter Skelter.
That was music.
Do you want me to love you now? Yeah. Oh, God. That shit gives me goosebumps every single motherfucking time I listen to it.
And you tell me the one time Paul McCartney has ever bashed the United States, ever bashed England, ever talked bad about the Queen? Never. He does his art. He does his causes, his animal rights, his vegetarian stuff, and he keeps them all separate. But Bruce Springsteen, Neil Young, all these other old fossils, they think they're social. They think they're warriors. They think they're revolutionaries. They still think they're in the 70s in the jungles of Vietnam, which they never went to.
Even Bob Dylan kept that shit separate, right? I've never heard Bob Dylan, lecture me on.
He does his Democratic fundraisers. He does his Democratic fundraisers. But come on stage and bash America in that way.
Yeah, I've never heard that from Bob Dylan.
Now he's become a capitalist. He started out as a Woody Guthrie, tramp, but he's a millionaire. He's worth $500 million. He's become a capitalist. He lives in Malibu.
Right.
Remember when he got into that dispute with the Malibu City Council because he wanted to build a house or something like that, and they wouldn't let him? I think that was him.
I wonder if his house is okay.
He's got how many houses these people have? Trust me.
Well, there's one Malibu resident that could rebuild. What hoops do you want me to jump through? Fine. Like you said, he's got 500 million.
Did you see Adam Carolla's show yesterday on the Palisades?
Listen, Adam Carolla from day one sat us down and said, look, let me explain to you exactly what's going to happen. And he was right about everything. Those people are going to lose their homes.
I didn't know Will Rogers State Park was burned to the ground. I used to go there as a kid. I rode horses there one time as a teenager. And it's burned to the ground.
Yeah.
He went there with this real estate agent from Palisades, and I saw. Yeah, you see the devastation, but she showed us the real devastation, and I'm like, I didn't know it was this bad. It's bad.
Really?
Yeah, you should watch it.
I know how bad it is. My job is there. Not my permanent job, but
destroyed, Arthur. Everything is gone.
They offer me overtime, and the one time I did it, I'm driving down the PCH, and they won't allow anybody through to this day unless you have a pass. So I showed them my pass, and they said, you know what? You got to go back. Why? I got a pass. You got to go back. But I have a pass. We don't care. You have to go back and go around. I had to drive 25 minutes back home. I had to take the 405 North. I had to then get on Canaan Dune Road. I had to drive an hour and a half out of my way to do this stupid job. And once I got there, yeah, it's all burnt. It's all gone.
She said yesterday that there's a brand spanking new huge landfill that they're not using because Karen Bass and Gavin Newsom don't want to pollute the environment or whatever crap, environmental crap. She says all these things should be in that landfill and we should be starting to rebuild, but they're not letting us.
Yeah. And they don't want to let us through because they don't want anybody taking pictures.
What is the point of having this?
I was going to do.
Having this destruction there. You clean it up and you rebuild immediately, but it's just there.
Yeah.
What are they doing? Waiting for somebody to bribe them to give them more money?
Well, they're waiting everybody out. They want that land. They want to seize that land. They want to put all of their properties up. They want to own those properties. They want to rent those properties out, and they want to own everything.
Oh, it's a huge land grab for whoever can get it. That's prime real estate. Right on the beach, on the bluffs.
Right.
I had friends that lived over there. It was gorgeous. It was this little island of paradise in the middle of Los Angeles.
When I went to Santa Monica High School, I knew people that were working class, blue collar people that lived there because their parents bought
back in the 60s.
Yeah, they bought it back in the 60s. They paid top dollar. Like, I live in Venice, and the house I live in, my father paid $35,000 for it.
Yeah, back in 1965.
He bought it in the early 70s, and these people, their parents bought in Malibu in the early 70s, and they spent like 50, 60 grand. It was a little more expensive. And all those people are gone, man. Yeah, all those people are gone. They're just gone.
Oh, they're not gone.
They sold. No. Yeah. No.
And the thing about Palisades is that it wasn't overdeveloped. You don't see the big high rises and the big hotels and all like you do in Santa Monica. They ruined Santa Monica. Santa Monica is crap now. You know what?
Oh my God. You haven't even been here, dude. Yeah, you haven't even been here, man. Santa Monica is full.
I don't want to go.
Yes. Santa Monica Santa Monica is full of mega apartment structures now.
Yeah.
You drive down Lincoln, you look to your right, you look to your left, it's nothing but apartment buildings. Humongous apartment buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Santa Monica we know is long gone.
Yeah.
Long gone.
Besides, where would I find a parking space? Nowhere.
You won't. You won't.
Yeah. It's awful.
Unless you pay top dollar for it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. These goddamn Democrats. I'm telling you, they love to live in filth. They're filthy people. They hate themselves. And I hate to say it, but Latinos did that. Latinos pushed them over the edge. There's a reason that Gavin Newsom has a Latino chief of staff. There's a reason that there's a Latino lieutenant governor. There's a Latino this and Latino that in the Gavin Newsom administration. You can't get crap done. You cannot get a penny moved without Latino support. Because of us, we pushed California into the dumpster. Who has supported all that gay crap, trans crap, gay pornography to kid crap? Latinos. We've supported it. All that legislation to make gay sex between a man and a teenage boy legal. Who supported that? Latinos. I don't know those guys. They're not my raza. Viva la raza, right? Yeah, not that raza. Viva la raza. No, not that raza. No.
Oh, man. Yeah. Well, so you don't have to get a job anymore, huh?
Maybe.
Yeah, you fucking.
No, yeah, I got my Medicare. I got my social. But I got 2 years to get some work, and I might as well do it. Get something.
I thought you didn't need to get a job. I thought you got all the credits.
Yeah, but just to be safe. I don't want to have a last minute surprise, an October surprise, as they call it.
Right. But
just to be safe, I only need $3,000, which is not much.
Yeah, Trump could take that away. Trump could be like, "Yeah, we're not doing that."
But you know what? No one told me. No. This is what you should be taught in high school. How to get your Social Security credits. This is how you do Medicare. This is how you buy a house. This is how you do a job. Nobody tells you this life skills in school. No, they teach you about the pronouns. Lesbian history.
Yeah.
Intifada. Let's go kill the Jews. Yeah.
Well, school districts are only concerned with the head count so they can get their money. That's it.
It's all about money. It's all about
money. They move you along. They move you along the system, and their primary goal is to get you enrolled in a university.
And you know who ruined schools? Minorities did. Because in my day, if you didn't pass, you'd be held back 1, 2, 3 years. They didn't give a crap.
Right.
You were held
back.
They
didn't care.
Or you graduated with no diploma. They didn't give it to you. If you didn't get the credits, you dropped out. You didn't come to school. You were constantly truant. You didn't get a diploma. You had to go to adult school. That's how it was. But minorities sued. Oh, you didn't give my diploma because you're a racist. No, here you pass along. Now we just pass him along. Dumb as a skunk. Can't even read or write, but he's getting a diploma. He's going to go to college.
They wanted that. They wanted that money. I think it's more about the money than it is the racism. But
no, it was racist. We cried the racist card. We dumbed down education. They lowered the standards for us.
Listen, man, you can't suspend these kids. You can't, get rid of them because if you do, you lose the financial revenue.
No.
Um,
You know where that came
no,
from? You can't discipline kids anymore? You know where that came from? The United States Supreme Court.
I got you. But at the end of the
Another
day,
one.
they can't get rid of those kids because they lose the money. They lose the cash
Yeah.
and they want the
Now they figured it
money.
out.
And if a school, sends kids to universities, they're going to get a kickback.
Yeah.
They don't want to lose that. Why are you going to expel a kid? You don't get that money anymore. Yeah, they're greedy bastards.
Yep. Absolutely.
But yeah, man, these
greedy
kids,
sons of
man, they vandalize the school, they tear it apart, they get into fights, and nothing happens.
the Supreme Court said you can't touch them.
I remember when I was a kid, if I walked into the classroom with gum in my mouth, that was like a huge ordeal. What are you doing? Get that out of here. Oh, I'm sorry. Spit it out. I'd go to spit it out in the classroom. Trash can? What on earth are you doing? I don't want that in my room. Go spit it out in the trash can outside. Nowadays, oh my God.
Let me tell you the case that upended everything about juvenile. It just threw everything juvenile out the window. Roper v. Simmons. This guy, this 16-year-old from Missouri or Minnesota, somewhere there, Missouri, I think it was Missouri. He gets together with his buddies, with his buddy. He got into a car crash with this woman, so he knew where she lived. He said, "Let's go kill this woman. Let's go kill her. It's right. It'll be fun." And he goes, "Yeah, let's go do it." So they go to her address, tie her up, put her in her own car, drive her to a bridge, throw her over the bridge while she's still alive into the river, and she drowns. They go to the school next day and they brag about it. Ha ha ha, we did this. They get caught, they get tried. Even though they're 17, at the time, the state law said 15 down to 15-year-olds can get executed, can get the death penalty. You got the death penalty. You just drowned an innocent woman for no reason, for fun. You're going to die. Supreme Court. Oh no, hang on. Oh, and this is where you hear all that language. The brain is barely developing. Scientific, the brain waves are different. The immaturity of the child. It's all from Roper v. Simmons. That's the language the court used. Oh, he's a child. His brain is different. He's immature. He can't. No. You can't touch children, no matter what they do. They're untouchable.
Which is ridiculous because we've seen these people age in prison, and they're no different at the age of 28 than they were when they were 15 years old. They're still psychopaths.
You're born a psychopath, always a psychopath. Okay, so there were two other decisions after that decision. You can't sentence juveniles to life in prison. You can't and so we at the facilities have to deal with that aftermath. And here comes the flood of 25, 30-year-old guys, murderers, to be resentenced and let go. We got the flood, and all of a sudden we couldn't suspend them. They hit you in the face. You couldn't put him in the boy's shoe. You couldn't send him to the other unit. We couldn't do anything after those decisions. Children were untouchable. And this is why you got the juvenile crime that you've got now, because of the goddamn Supreme Court. And I'll say till the day I die, I can't stand them. They have been the most destructive institution in the history of the fucking country.
All right. Well, calm down.
And you know what? What else? The Congress. They have the authority to override their decisions, but they don't fucking do it because they're cowards.
Yeah.
And the court has got used to it. Oh, we're making legislation now. We're the law of the land now. Nobody can touch us.
Well, for a lot of years, Congress has been like the Supreme Court.
Well, it is the Supreme
So
Court. It's the law of the land. We tell them what
I
to
don't
do.
think that. I don't think that. I don't think that. Congress wants to get involved. I think Congress agrees with the Supreme Court. Nowadays, with this administration, with this Congress, I don't know. We're gonna see. But
Well, the Supreme Court has no enforcement mechanism.
This next 2 years is going to be really interesting. I really want to see where we're at as a country in the next 2 years. And I'm getting really sick of hearing the left cry, bitch, and moan. They're not going to stop crying.
Yeah, no, they're never going to stop crying. They're
Nah,
dude.
dude.
That's what Democrats do. They cry, bitch, and moan and complain. That's all they do is bitch and moan and complain. That's all.
And we don't do that because during Biden's term, I just remember being like, ugh. But you didn't see me protesting.
Democrats, liberal Democrats, progressive liberal Democrats, bitch, moan, and complain. Conservatives have a plan. This is what we're going to do.
Right.
Liberals bitch, moan, and complain. That's all they do. When you say you've heard their bitchings and moanings and complaints, and you ask a liberal, what do we do? You'll shut him up. You'll shut him up. Give me your plan.
They'll just say, well, we're going to bitch, moan, and complain.
Exactly. Or we'll just tear it down, burn it down, open the border. That's the most extreme thing you can imagine. That's his plan.
Well, that's what Maxine Waters said. Burn them down.
Yeah.
Tear it down. Get in their face. Yeah, I mean, to this day, I have a Trump hat. I have a red hat, and I won't wear it because I can't. If I wear that hat, I'm going to be put in a situation where I'm going to have to defend myself. And then I'm going to end up in prison or on some viral video.
Well, this extreme reaction, it's like like The Exorcist. Remember The Exorcist, the original Exorcist with Linda Blair?
Right.
And they threw the holy water, and she spit out that green gunk, and that's a Democrat progressive. They live in this unholy mindset. This mindset that
well, they're unhinged and they're possessed.
They're possessed by demons.
They're crazy people. They're crazy, insane people.
It's like, I'm telling you, this is a true story. Me and Big Al were working out at this gym it was in a bank. It was at the bottom floor of a bank building in Santa Monica on 2nd Street or somewhere in there, 4th Street. And it's not there anymore. And it was run by this big powerlifting guy that we worked out with. He was a training partner. Big, huge guy, massive. He would squat at 800 pounds. Push. So that was his gym. And I swear to God, one of the members was a hardcore, true Satanist. Hail Satan with the upside down cross. He would always talk about this is the Satanic Bible. Crazy guy, white guy. Weird looking white guy. Crazy out of his mind white guy. But he was a hardcore Satanist. And he was always yelling at Satan is good, blah, blah, blah. He was working out and all this crap. Okay. So one day we just got tired of his bullshit. We got tired of it, and so the owner and us, we found a religious station, and so we put it on blast, full blast through the speakers, and Jesus and God, and the guy went he started beating up the wall. Oh my God, covering his ears, having this complete meltdown, jumping up and down, running towards the speaker to tear it down. And we're like, what? Oh, crap, man. That's today's progressive. That's today's progressive.
Well, I'm going to let you go.
And you
I'll
know
see
what?
you
The
around,
sad
man.
part about it was, you know what made us cry? He had a boy and a girl, 8 and 10, somewhere in there. And they were the saddest, most depressed looking little kids you ever seen. And we felt so sorry for them. Oh, to grow up in that environment. What was he doing to them? We don't even want to know. We didn't even want to know. We felt so bad for them.
Well, I feel bad for the children of a black single mother who's loud at a Chick-fil-A or a Chipotle screaming that her order is not right. All right, man. I'm going to let you go. I'll check up on you tomorrow.
All right.
Keep your Apple Watch running. Yeah.
I got to go eat.
All right, bro. Keep your life alert on, I don't want anything to happen.
Well, you're going to be the first one that I call. I'm falling and I can't get up.
Oh, man. I've imagined that call. All right, bro. I'll see you.